that it is a time for change. That's the individuals that I meet at the door. That is the exact phrase that I hear. I love young people.
Hold on. We see the next sign here. Okay.
I'm getting the work in. I have a holistic set of skills that would be very valuable to have at the table as a trustee.
All right, so we have here our wealthy servant, Sophia Jackson. Talk about yourself. I see you're out here, you have signs. Yeah. Looks like you're ready to put them in some lines and you're in campaign mode. So talk more about yourself, your platform.
Okay, hi, my name is Sophia Jackson and I am running to be the next Peel District School Board Trustee in Wards 1 and 5 here in Brampton. And I'm out putting up our sign locations. We were canvassing, making sure that we got the approval from our voters and residents. So I'm a child and youth counselor. I had been working with the board as a behavior teaching assistant for over 6 years. Have a background in youth justice, as well as working in group homes and with CAS. So I'm a frontline worker. And I'm very much about empathy, mental health, and meeting people where they're at. I feel that those qualities and that frontline experience is something that's lacking or that could be utilized at the trustee table. So that's what I feel that I bring, along with a lot of other particular set of skills.
Okay, that's amazing. So right now I see you already got one sign up.
Yep.
All right, so what are we doing over here? You're going to each houses. You know which house that we're planted them in?
Yeah.
Well, so you got Idris here as well?
Yes.
Okay, talk about Idris a little bit too, because I know you guys are campaigning as well together, right?
Yeah, well, we have separate campaigns, but we need to cover as much ground as possible. Wards 1 and 5 are very big, so we're tag teaming. He's supporting me, I'm supporting him, which is what we need to do to get things done, right?
Yeah.
And this actual sign location was where I had my fundraising event. A friend and supporter lent their home, so this was it was fitting that this be one of the first sign locations.
Okay, nice. So, with these people, as you were talking to them, what were their main concerns?
A lot of people are concerned with the fact that if they know who the current trustee is, that they weren't happy with their interactions with them. But most often it's that they didn't know who their current trustee was. And then, of course, a lot of the issues that are happening within the board around the directives and the review that was done around anti-Black racism, that was brought up several times. And then
hold on. We see the next sign here. Okay.
I'm getting the work in. Personal stories, just interactions with teachers where they've reached out to superintendents or trustees and didn't get the type of response and support that they were hoping for. So it was really great to connect with individuals, and I realized that I have this knack for noticing who happens to be working in the social services arena, like teachers, nurses, counselors. When I see them right away, I'm able to tell. So maybe you could put me to the test. I'm able to tell right away because they have an energy, they have a positive energy and a glow when they're individuals in the helping profession. And so that's been very interesting, been able to connect in that way. But as I'm out here, we have a lot of work to do to make sure that individuals know that that I'm running. Right now, we're battling I'm battling name recognition with the 19-year incumbent. So a lot of people I've been actually experiencing that they're just like really happy. Oh my gosh, now I know who to vote for. So this is it's been encouraging, and also people have been researching me. Walk up to a door and they'll be like, yeah, I know who you are, Sophia.
Okay.
I've been doing my research and you have my vote.
Oh, nice.
I've also been endorsed by OSSTF, the teachers union, as well as the Peel Labor Board. So that's been going a long way as well. And I'm feeling really confident that I will be elected. It's not a competition, it's just, listen to the people and what the people want, and that will be revealed. This makes it so much more real, like this is actually happening. We've been really intentional, and I've been really intentional about talking to people and letting them know who I am and my platform, and them getting a sense of my energy. I'm very strong about that, and so that's been very important. So once they meet me, it's a game. That's it.
Yeah. So that's why we have this wealthy series going out, because we want people to be able to meet you. So in a sense, that's what it is. I know initially you asked me what it was about, and I just came to I said, hey, it's pretty much just about you, right? Because we want people to, just another outlet for people to be able to get to know the people that are running, the candidates. Right now, you see, that shows that you're so caring for others, because look, it's not even your assignment, and you're going and fixing it out, spending the time to put it in there, So.
Yo, I believe that, there we go. I believe that if you're gonna do something, if you make a decision to do something, you might as well do it 100%. Then what's the point? Why else do it? And I put that into everything that I do, and it pays off, right? Because the majority of people kind of just coast and do like status quo type stuff. So that's really a way to set yourself apart from others, is to put in your 100%.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So the person who's incumbent right now, you said the name recognition is one of the main things, but like how do you feel with you being slotted in there? It's gonna make it better for this neighborhood.
Yes. Because I have the frontline experience and I've worked with the board, I'm very, I've been on the ground, grassroots. I've been on the playground, in the classrooms, supporting teachers, supporting our young people, principals and superintendents, even clinicians as well. So I'm one of those individuals who were very engaged and involved in the community that I supported. And then I also have that community advocacy with grassroots and working in with other not-for-profits, as well as youth justice, and so just very well-rounded in the community. So it would be, and I've already been operating in trustee mode, supporting a mother who needed some assistance at a meeting, doing meeting with other parents in the community as well. Just because now that I'm in this role and I see the breadth of it, like what it's going to take, I just started jumping in. Like as far as I'm concerned, I'm already in the role. So
nice.
Yeah.
And currently, like the people, when you're talking to them, are they dissatisfied with the current, like how the it's currently being run? Like it's like because the person that's been in there, because a lot of times when people are in a position for a long time, then they tend to lose interest. So is that what it seems like? The current incumbent has lost interest, and we need some new people representing the youth.
I can't speak for the current incumbent. But I do know what I've been hearing is that it is a time for change. That's the individuals that I meet at the door. That is the exact phrase that I hear. Time for change. Someone fresh perspective, new, who's ready to take us into the future with education. It's a very important election overall, but with the Peel District School Board and education, after the pandemic, where are we going and how are we going to make sure that our young people are supported, their social, emotional, their academic, the gaps, and having some, being able to have those conversations and come up with solutions collectively with the other trustees, and having the relationship with the other trustees to do so and to make it happen.
Nice. Being trustee, what are some of the main things that you would bring to the table, like when you're on that board, and what are some issues that you feel are important to bring to the table?
Supporting classrooms, because that's what I did, right? I was an education assistant, a behavior education assistant. So having extra support in classrooms, attending and being proactive about mental health and wellness and the social emotional needs of our young people, as well as removing this supervision. I read an article, I believe it was in the Star, where our Minister of Education stated that once they see a fresh batch of trustees, that would be something that would be done, that the supervision would be removed, because we need to be able to make decisions as a collective. And I'm excited to see some of my colleagues who are also trustees to be voted in as well, like David Bosveld, Andre Levy, and some other names are escaping me right now. Miss Kathy McDonald to be re-elected. I believe that we have such a strong team, in addition to all the other trustees that will be voted in. A friend of mine who I've worked with for a long time, she's known me over 10 years. She actually spoke at my fundraising event, and she used the phrase servant leader, which is very familiar, very similar.
Yeah, wealthy servant.
Wealthy servant. So that's who I am. I mean, this is how I show up in general, to advocate for young people, caring about individuals, their journeys in life, seeing everybody thrive. That's something that, if I had a magic wand, that's what I would want to do, is to have everybody be able to thrive in the areas that they want to thrive in. And that's the type of energy and that I'm bringing to the table, along with just the expertise of being a frontline worker and my financial background, my creative background. I really feel I have a holistic set of skills that would be very valuable to have at the table as a trustee. Hello everybody, my name is Sophia Jackson. I also go by SoJay. So on October 24th, make sure that you're coming out to vote, but you can vote as early as October 7th. October 7th, 8th, 9th, 14th, and 15th are all early voting days. You know what they say about that early bird, right? That gets the worm. So make sure that you come out to vote, show your support, and then don't forget our final voting day is October 24th. So I'll see you at the polls.
I wanted to know, what is the appeal trustee, school board trustee like?
Yes. Okay, good question. I get this at the door a lot. So the trustee is an advocate. I'll keep it simple. Is an advocate between the community and the Peel District School Board. So we are bringing the concerns of the community to the board to have those discussions at the table with the other trustees, as well as communicating from the board to the community. So that's why it's so important that your trustee be somebody who is in the community and, visiting schools, visiting, talking to parents and having those conversations so that they know who to go to when they have concerns and when they need assistance.
Okay, and then so they contact you directly, and then at the meetings you make these things, or do you go inside the schools as well?
Yes, you will be working closely with our team at each school. So one of the things that I'd want to do is connect with all of the schools once I'm elected, and make sure that the principals and teachers, superintendents, that they know who I am and that I'm there to support and help.
Yeah, that's important, because you go into them, now they know that you're available, right? And I think that's one thing that if people don't know where to go, right, then they just think there's nothing that's being done. But you making yourself available, you know, that means a lot. So that's one of your main things, first off, to meet all the teachers, principals, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd want them to know who I am and how to get in contact with me.
Okay, good stuff. And I know last year there was an issue with the anti-black racism. You're talking about that a little bit before, right? And I know Idris was a big factor in bringing that, and Kathy McDonald and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, I'll talk more about that, and you know, because from my understanding, this is something that is still somewhat happening. And you know, how do we break this barrier, and so that our children are able to thrive in this environment?
Well, that's a constant struggle, right? We didn't eradicate racism. It still exists. There's biases that exist. And I was very surprised that I hadn't encountered I was in the fight from a different perspective as a frontline worker, right? So the things that I saw were very firsthand. I was in meetings with principal and families and young people when things were happening in the classroom that were questionable when it came to, you know.
Do you mind sharing some things that happened? Like, if not, that's fine, but like you're saying that's something that you would want to just go in and address, right? But I guess are they like something that you like people should know, or? Yeah,
well, from a confidentiality standpoint, I wouldn't be able to go into details. But that definitely the things that Idris, Kola, Kathy McDonald, that they were fighting for, these are real things. Like I've seen it firsthand when we're talking about like reverse racism. I'll be specific about that. You know, that topic came up, and honestly, there's no such thing as reverse racism, because it has to be, you have to keep in mind that racism talks about the individuals that are in power, you know, that they are the ones that have the upper hand, for lack of a better word, at this time. So it's challenging to, when those types of conversations come up, you can't back away from them. There are things that you need to address head on, but with understanding, with a calm and cool, you know, demeanor, and to be open to have those conversations, to be educated as well as to educate.
All right, so that's amazing. So yeah, you seem really informed, and you seem like you're ready to go. So I thank you for your time. You know, wealthy servant. You know, make sure you vote for her. You know, and you know, look at her platform. Where can people find you, reach you? Where can they donate and all that?
Yes, if you can find me at sophiajackson.ca. That's my website, and email is vote@sophiajackson.ca, as well as my Instagram page, which is at SoJay Soul, SoJaySoul. I post a lot there, and you can also contact me there as well.
All right, Sophia, so tell us about, you know, more about yourself. Like, who is Sophia Jackson?
I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm an author. I've created these coloring books called Soulful.colour, affirmation coloring books, culturally appropriate. They're resources. I'm also a financial advisor. I'm in the process of renewing my license as we speak during this campaign trail, which is kind of crazy. And I'm a creative. I have a background in performing, acting, and singing on, like, I had a band. I have music available on Spotify. My album is called It's Time We Officially Meet, which is pretty fitting, right?
That's
time
amazing.
We officially meet. And that's why often when I say I'm Sophia Jackson, and I also go by SoJay, is because that name, Sophia Jackson, SoJay, which is a combination of my first name and last name, will also help you to find me online, because there are a couple of Sophia Jacksons out there, but there isn't another SoJay.
Okay, all right, thanks.
So yeah, that's these are all things that make me me, but then the skills are interchangeable. You know, there's a hustle, there's a grind that goes with being a creative performance art, and it's really how I connect with young people and adults, is because I have these skills. Public speaking, I'm not afraid of doing that, is because I was on stage singing and performing from a young age. So, and I believe those are some of the things that need to be brought back into the curriculum, is the arts, experiential learning, because it builds character, it builds confidence, you know, in all of our young people. So I would really love to be able to speak to that when I'm in my role as a trustee, because I'm a product of it firsthand.
Wow, that's amazing. And yeah, you doing music and things like that really opens things up, because it shows that you really are the bridge, like from these youth. They can understand you more, because a lot of them are like aspiring singers or aspiring musicians stuff. So
or they look up to. They look up to. Like when I did a summer camp speaking engagement. I'm a speaker as well. So I facilitated a summer camp over the summer with some young people. And as soon as I start singing, they're like right away, they're like at attention. They're like, whoa. And you sing a song that they know, that they've heard on the radio, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
you know, that's the engagement. And in order to connect with young people, you have to be able to be on their level. And once you're on their level, then they're like, and also give them respect. They need to know that you respect them too. Just because they're young people, they're little people, doesn't mean that they don't deserve your respect, and that's earned. And once you are at their level, then they're like, okay, it's like, yes, Miss Jackson, you know, whatever you say, Miss Jackson, can you sing for us, Miss Jackson? And it just, I love young people.
Nice. That's why we're rooting for you.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So, you know, I know you're going back to work. You know, all the best on your campaign. All right.
Thank you.